Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. Sorry, I did not post last week. That was not my intention. I actually did film content for you guys. I just never got it up. So what I'm going to do today is combine last week's update with this week's update. So that's why I hopped on here, just to let you guys know what you'll be seeing. So it's not too much to report, but you will be seeing how things were looking last week in terms of my Monstera and my propagation, and we'll be checking in on those things again today. And also just an update on my arrow garden. So the one that had my romaine in it, I have finished that off, and it's cleaned it out, so it's ready for a new for me to start a new garden. I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to put in it. I know I'm going to do some more romaine, but I want to put maybe an herb or something else in there. And I also have my other arrow garden that the cinnamon basil is growing in. It's still growing over there because I haven't moved it, but I want to try and repot the basil into like a regular planter, and then grow some other things over there as well. So that's just a little update about what you're going to see and what's currently going on. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And again, Sundays is when I upload my content on my houseplants, arrow garden, balcony garden. When it comes to the balcony garden, not much to show there. Just the fact that the peppers are still producing. I did get a couple of Cubanelle peppers off my plant. I think I still have a sweet pepper out there. So the weather has now, looks like, finally mellowed out to staying cool. So we'll see how that impacts everything. But for now, peppers are still giving me a little something. And a couple of tomatoes too were popping through. So we'll see. But that's all. Let's go ahead and get into the houseplant updates. And I think that's all that's in there. It's just houseplants this week. Hello, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Marquita here with another edition of How It's Growing. So not too much today, just going to check in on my newest houseplant baby, and I have a propagation started. I don't think I showed you guys that last time, and I also want to show you some new growth on a couple of the other houseplants. So starting with my newest houseplant, this is my Monstera, and no, this is not its permanent home. This is going to be moved to a different part of the living room, but I haven't cleared that corner yet. However, this is a Monstera that I got from Trader Joe's last week. It was $12.99. It's sitting in this little in its own container. And when I do put it in this final place, then I will probably take that paper from around it and just have the pot. It's another pot in this wicker basket as well. So it's kind of like a pot in a pot. So when I water it, it will catch the water. It'll be fine. And just want to show you what it's looking like. When I first got it, this leaf had, you could tell this leaf was new. And it was still, and it's still a little bit lighter than the others. And it was still kind of unfolding. But now I think it has finished with the unfolding here, and it's kind of leaning toward my bookshelf because the arrow garden light is there. So it's been releasing a lot of water, which is why you might see some water on the tips, but otherwise it seems to be doing pretty well and pretty healthy. It looks like this is a new leaf coming in too. I would be so excited if this is kind of like a different color or kind of like a two-tone, but we'll see. But that looks like one coming in, and then there's some smaller ones down in there. So that's kind of what the plant looked like when I purchased it. They do not need a ton of water. They just need to, you kind of want to let them dry out and then water them. So I haven't watered it since I've had it. I might do that sometime later in the week, but not yet. Over here is a successful propagation where I propagated from my golden pothos. So here you can see it is thriving. This one has been doing very, very well. And here's some new growth. That's a new leaf right there. So I just want to show you guys it's still growing. And this is a self-watering container. And these are not new. I just relocated them. So this is one of my marginatas, and there's another golden pothos. All right, and here's the propagation station. These are both golden pothos sprigs. I think I'm going to add one to one I recently propagated. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, the roots are starting to come out. You can kind of see that white there, if it'll focus. So that root is starting to open, and also it's starting to do it on the one. The second one's just not quite as large. And this one was just a stem with no leaves, so we'll just see what happens, but it looks like it might give me a root here, so we'll just wait and see. I didn't put root hormone on this one this time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just makes them sprout a little bit quicker, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. But I will put hormone on it when I repot it. So just want to give you guys a check-in on everything. That's pretty much all. I do have my white wizard plant. It's continuing to grow. It's getting taller and it has produced new leaves with new ones on the way. All right, y'all. Welcome back here. Now for the houseplant updates. I told you guys this will be week 2 since you're getting a double dose. But here's my monstera, still thriving and still not in its permanent home yet. It's slowly getting there. As you can see, I have some Christmas items. And also I added a water globe today actually that I'm going to use for watering. Monsteras do not need constant watering and they don't like to sit in water. So that water globe will allow it to kind of self water and it can absorb the water as needed. Um, and it will slowly drain so that way you don't have like soggy soil and you won't get soggy roots. So moving on, if you want to see my peace lily, she just kind of hangs out over there. I just watered her today. And we're going right along. Here we have the Petrocroton. It's still growing some new leaves there. And the weather has finally adjusted to where it's, I think, going to stay cool. So I finally cut on my heat. I'm not someone who typically does a lot of heat, but I do like to take the chill off so that the plants don't get too cold, especially the ones by like the window, because I think it does pick up a little bit of a draft. And this is my white wizard plant. I'm really just showing it to you because look how tall she's getting, and there's still new leaves coming in. So those thicker chunk slices, those are like new growth. So quite a few of those. But she's just growing up. I'm probably going to end up repotting it because as you can see, it's a smaller vase. And when I got her, that was a good fit. But now that she's thriving, and look here, I just noticed, let's see if you guys can see, here we go, the white striping in there, which is why it has the name of White Wizard, because of that. But yeah, so there she is. And then over here is my propagation station. So these are both golden pothos chop, well, not cuttings, but pieces from that same plant that I have propagated from before. And I just want to show you guys this. It already had the leaves, so that's not something that developed. But see if you guys can see that white or kind of yellowy. Those are the roots that are coming out or starting to form. And they come out of those little nodules. So when I first put it in the water, it's just a nodule and then the roots start to grow. So I just wanted to show you the progress there. And here we also have a very nice root there, and something's going on down there, and I have to check to make sure that it's not molding or anything because that was just a stem. But yeah, you can see there's a root forming here, and this one here actually has two because there's one there and then the one up here. So there'll probably be a couple more weeks, and then you'll see the other roots coming through, and I can transplant them into soil. So that's all I want to show you guys in terms of this week's updates. So thank you so much for watching and getting a double dose, 2 weeks worth of updates. And please be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.